welcome back to the channel. And today we got a new project on the channel, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy this one. So let's see what we got and what we're gonna do with it. So a buddy of mine had this build a few years back, and it's currently in not running condition. It has some issues. The person who built it didn't know what they were doing. They did a crappy job. Body fitments, all that stuff, mechanical issues. Inside is all crappy. Outside is just as crappy as well. Basically, I'm not that good with bodywork, so I'm not gonna touch the bodywork, but I'm good with rough work. Mechanical, all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tackle this car, make it as perfect as possible, running and driving condition, and then we'll see what happens with it later on. For example, like the bumper doesn't fit well. There's nice fat gaps right here. The fender doesn't fit well. The bottom skirt doesn't fit well. The gaps are pretty big, and this door is not aligned correctly. We got some paint cracking around the scoops, so either the scoops weren't installed right, or it wasn't prepped right, it wasn't painted right, all that stuff. I'll have to wash it and see how bad the paint is after I wash it and clean it. So we'll deal with that later. And the back bumpers don't fit. They fit kind of crappy. There's no backup lights right here, and the spoiler as well, the trunk spoiler doesn't fit well. There's probably no weather stripping because you can kind of lift it up. Weather stripping is supposed to hold it up fairly good. This door is not lined up good. This side is not lined up good. All the lines are out of whack, and the paint is chipped right here a little bit, but that's for later on. Trim missing on the windshield. Weather stripping is all cracked and falling apart. The inside is pretty basic, probably original-ish. This was probably upgraded, but it's still kind of ugly looking. I don't like those wheels at all. The e-brake doesn't work, and door panels are falling off right there. Inside is all nice and junky. Let's see, at least the front seats are fairly good. Back seats are fairly good, but I haven't tried putting them down. There's a bunch of spider webs in here, but that's probably just from sitting for a couple of years. I'll deal with that later. And of course, the vents are not functioning because these are closed, but then still, you still want to have a complete look right here with the little lever that opens and closes. The plastic is all jacked up right here. This is falling apart, so that's gonna have to go too. Look at that, it just fell apart. The jambs that are painted kind of in a bad shape. Let's see what's going on underneath the hood. And I bet you the cowl is all messed up underneath, probably rusted through, so I'm gonna have to dig into that later. The hood pins are all rusted, so that's gonna be replaced. I don't want to scratch it too much, but I'll have to wash it later. The cool thing is about this is it has the Mustang 2 suspension, so the towers are deleted right here, so you got more room around the engine to work on, which is cool, but who knows how good or bad of a job the guy did on this. And of course a bunch of spider webs. I don't know the condition of the engine either. It doesn't start right now. Currently doesn't even spin over because probably the battery is dead also. alternator. It's probably just corroded on the outside. Yep, but I might be able to. I'll see if that gives out a good amount of amps, or if it doesn't work, I'll just replace that. See if there's any leaks. Power steering, we're gonna check if there's any power steering fluid. Brake, we're gonna check the brake fluids. We're gonna pretty much do top to bottom maintenance, all of the necessary items to make it run as good as possible. And we're gonna check the carburetor, make sure the carb is good. If it's not good, we'll just replace it. It would be ideal to do a fuel injection on here, but that's up to my buddy to see if you want to do that later on. My job right now is to make it running as good as possible, and we'll go from there. And it has disc brakes on the front. The wheel spinners are missing that go on here. And let's see, the backs are drum. Yeah, the backs are drum. The exhaust is functional, but underneath it's kind of a funky build underneath, so we're gonna have to dig into that later on as well. My guess is if the cowl is leaking, which I'm pretty sure it is, unless the guy actually replaced it, which I highly doubt, because the way he did a crappy job on this car, he probably never touched the cowl. But if it's leaking, then the carpet will have to go. So that's gonna be another adventure. And then when I remove the carpet, we'll see if the floor is bad. So yeah, that's another thing to deal with. And looks like the back seats are actually foldable, so that's good. That's fairly expensive thing to find, a good condition back folding seats. So that's gonna be good actually. And yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have the keys yet. I'll have to pick them up later. The car just got dropped off at my house, so I can't really do much to it. Let's see what's underneath. Underneath, it looks like, yeah, looks like the bottom was just kind of painted. Who knows if it's how bad it is till I get to it. But that's the side exhaust right there. At least it got traction bars. But then again, I don't know how bad the engine is or how bad it's gonna run when I get to that part. So basically this is what's gonna happen with this car is I'm gonna do top-down maintenance, mechanical issues, problems, all that stuff, fix stuff that's falling apart or needs to be replaced, do engine oil flush, transmission flush, rear end flush, radiator flush, brake fluid flush, bleed brakes, pretty much all those necessary things to make it run as good as possible. Probably replace that steering wheel, replace that stick shift, install a fire extinguisher right here, baby, go button. Maybe I'll find a set of good dash panels to make it aluminum. Door panels, I don't think I'll be able to reuse these, so I'll pick up, yeah, because they're ripped, they're falling apart. So I'll have to pick up door panels, handles maybe. Actually, that might be okay. Weather stripping, and missing some pillar pads right here, over here, on this side, on that side. See how good the clutch is. The e-brake doesn't work, so I'll need to pick up a e-brake cable. And I'm thinking I'll probably go ahead and repaint the interior panels, because that's horrible right there. That's so we'll deal with that. I might do a roll cage. I'm not sure. I'll ask my buddy if he wants to do a roll cage in here to make it look pretty sweet, but that's going to be for later on. And then I'm going to realign all the doors, fenders. I'm probably going to remove the fenders, maybe the nose. It should be removable unless the guy did something really stupid on here, but the nose should be removable. We're going to remove the nose, remove the fenders. The hood I might leave on. It might need a little bit realignment. Yeah, it does on the back here a little bit. The crack's a little bit too big, so we'll take care of that. So yeah, that's what we got, guys. That's what we got, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy this little project. So I'm gonna concentrate more on this project because of my buddies, and I'm gonna do other projects kind of in between. So we'll see how that plays out. So guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. hit the like button if you're new to the channel, and if you want to see more of this one and more of my other builds, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.